Ikigai examines how Japanese culture values four interrelated tenets. Passion, mission, profession, and vocation are essential to long, productive, and full lives. The authors offer advice on applying Ikigai to our lives. They ensure we'll live more purposeful and centered lives. What gets you up in the morning and why do you live? The Japanese call it Ikigai. We all need to find out what makes us tick, regardless of the name. Whether it's a career, sport, or hobby, we need to find what we love and what inspires us each day. You may have multiple Ikigai, but whatever you choose should be your life's focus. Find your Ikigai by focusing but not obsessing. If you don't find it first, it will find you. Remember, passion and mission should balance vocation and profession. You must follow your calling, do what you love, and make a living. We can begin with two methods. The first method is described in Viktor Frankl's touching book, Man's Search for Meaning. Frankl believes life is meaningless without it. He recommends logotherapy, a psychotherapy that seeks meaning. Frankl believes that creating meaning is the greatest motivator and the only way to be fulfilled. Awareness is needed because meaning changes. Morita therapy is the second way we can find our Ikigai. Giving in to our emotions rather than trying to control them is the core of Morita therapy. Decluttering thoughts and emotions is a slow and patient process. For a week, we must stay in bed and be silent. Then we engage in slow and repetitive processes, such as chopping wood, breathing exercises, and basic chores are examples of these activities. This process will improve your clarity and self-awareness. Okinawans live a relaxed but busy life with a clear purpose. They work hard, celebrate often, and form strong communities. Avoiding stress, cultivating positive and healthy habits, valuing friendship and community, living life at a steady pace, and embracing optimism help them live long and abundant lives. Ogimi, a tiny village, exemplified this spirit for the authors. Ogimi's longevity rate is Okinawa's highest. Take a moment to think about this. Have you lost track of time and space while doing something, whatever that may be? That activity is the key. You may discover your Ikigai by answering this question. Another way to discover it is to consider your psychology. Flow is an optimal state of consciousness. According to positive psychology researchers, it's when you're so focused on an activity that you forget everything else. When you're having fun, time flies. When we're in flow, we enjoy our work. Ikigai means being so passionate about something that we lose track of time and find immense fulfillment in it. We can live in the moment, have a clear sense of purpose, and be energized by our work in flow. The Japanese prize flow. They distinguish between high-value and low-value activities, which keeps them active and productive. Flow is between boredom and anxiety. Challenge yourself, but don't overdo it to get into flow. To stretch your abilities, increase the difficulty level by 4% in your comfort zone. Goal setting is also part of flow. Write down a list of achievable goals every day to help you stay focused and avoid procrastination. To focus, practice mindfulness and reduce distractions. Multitasking is a myth. The Japanese are full of craftspeople who have dedicated their lives to one thing. These people are called takumi. For example, Tatsuru Rai has dedicated his life to making the best soba noodles in Japan, whilst Teshu Takamori makes nearly perfect makeup brushes. And of course, Jiro Ono is the world's best sushi chef. Choose one thing, focus on it, but don't obsess, and use your Ikigai to achieve excellence and meaning. Ikigai and longevity are inseparable. The Japanese believe we must connect our bodies and minds to harness our vitality and life force to maintain youth. Keep your zest for life, and you'll live longer and happier. Studies show that the mind controls aging. We must manage stress and stay busy. Stress ages cells, causes insomnia, high blood pressure, stomach, and chest pains. The book offers many ways to reduce stress, which is essential. Brains must be exercised like other muscles. Leaving our comfort zones, learning new things and playing games keep our brains sharp. Western culture is increasingly sedentary, so we must move more throughout the day. There are many ways to incorporate movement into our daily routine without joining a gym or running marathons. Housework and gardening are productive ways to move, and walking or taking the stairs boosts activity. The book also recommends yoga and Tai Chi. These exercises help us connect mind and body. Western culture also views sleep dangerously. Sleep shouldn't be deprived. We're told working more and sleeping less is rewarded. What we don't realize is that sleep actually boosts productivity, whilst sleep deprivation harms our health and performance at work. To stay young and live longer, get a good night's sleep as often as possible. Diet matters. Scientists found that Okinawans eat fewer calories than most people. Okinawans have healthy, low-calorie diets. They eat until 80% full and rarely eat empty calories. They intermittently fast or eat less. The population eats a varied diet despite eating small portions. They eat 18 foods a day, mostly vegetables and legumes. Their diets also have low salt and sugar and high antioxidants. Why not try sweet potatoes, miso, kelp, tofu, or oily fish to boost your antioxidant intake and spice up your diet? Green and jasmine teas are also good for us. To master our Ikigai, we must learn how to handle setbacks. Accepting life's imperfections and time's finiteness helps us become more resilient. We must also overcome fragility and find inner strength. The Japanese embrace the concept of wabi-sabi. Wabi-sabi holds that reality is better than fantasy and that beauty is in imperfection, discovering flaws and appreciating them. In this regard, the Japanese have an artistic belief called kintsugi. Broken pottery is repaired with lacquer, usually gold-colored. Instead of covering floors with clear glue, the Japanese celebrate breakage. Japanese objects in traditional architecture use natural and fragile materials. This focus on the delicate and impermanent emphasizes life's ethereal quality and reminds us to live in the moment. Resilience protects you. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. You need to balance risk-taking and conservatism by giving yourself options. Eliminate time and energy-wasting activities and focus on what matters. Ikigai shows that simplicity is beautiful. We'll live longer and happier by embracing life's rhythm and focusing on meaningful things. We should be inspired by the number of Japanese takumi who are well past retirement age. In fact, the Japanese think we should never retire and keep up our Ikigai forever. Many of us think we need to rush through processes to achieve our goals, but the Japanese believe that true accomplishment comes from a steady but energetic pace. Finally, realize that your body needs to be nurtured to fulfill your purpose. Focus on eating well, exercising often, sleeping more, smiling, and being social. Live in the moment, connect with friends and family, enjoy nature, and find harmony through gratitude. Find your Ikigai and celebrate imperfection instead of striving for perfection.